after we went through these cases together as a class, I told students to get into partners, and then they would have to select one of the pre-selected students' rights cases. So before class, I selected 8 different students' rights cases that were applicable to students and covered all parts of the First Amendment, like speech, religion, press, etc. The class has 32 students, and if they worked in groups of 2, that would be 16 different teams. And since I selected 8 cases, each case would have 2 teams associated with it. So one team would be the pro side of the argument, which was arguing for free speech, and one side would be the con side of the argument, which was arguing that the students are disturbing the classroom and that the administration can't have all this disruption. So each team had to write a newspaper editorial recounting their case and describing their position to the class. And they had to describe their position of the case within the newspaper article and talk about what happened and why their opinion is correct. After the students were finished, I created 8 stations around the classroom with each case. So each station had the original paragraph summary of the case, and underneath that hung both the pro side of the argument and the con side of the argument that the students had written and I had printed out to put in the class. So in class one day we had a gallery walk in which students chose 2 different cases, not one that they had already written about, and they summarized the case and chose a side and wrote about why they thought that side was correct. After they did this, we had a discussion on students' rights to wrap up the unit. So through this activity, students could be exposed to so many different students' rights cases and the different arguments to both sides.